Welcome to the 1987 World Gymnastics Championships, where we will see the individual competitions for men and women. Your commentator is John Taylor.
The atmosphere here absolutely electric because it's the moment of truth for the defending world champion Yuri Koroliov. Can he retain his title, or is this young man, Dmitry Bilozerchev, going to make the comeback of all time? World champion, the youngest ever world champion in 1983. He then got a little bit headstrong, took a couple of friends out in a car after a training session and smashed the car and himself to pieces. Had so many fractures of his right leg that nobody believed he would ever compete again. And yet here he is, better than ever. And look at the power this young man has. Quite incredible. Nearly all that high bar exercise is on one arm. The catch of Taginga. Oh, he's got such height, he's kicking out of a double straight back somersault. He's got 7 one-arm giant circles in this exercise. Unreal. And look at the height on that dismount. And his score 9.9. Yuri Koroliov, the only man to have won the World Championship all-round title twice since the war. And he's lucky to be in this top 36 competition at all. Only 3 gymnasts from each country, and in fact he finished 4th of the Russians, but Valery Lukin had that ankle problem, injured it in training before the championships began. He completed the team event, but he wasn't fit to go on into the individual all-round championship. But that's all the luck that Koroliov needs. He's such a superb gymnast, a great exercise from him. Give him the chance, and he'll still be in there pushing Bilozerchev. Look at the lines. That's where he's so good. Powerful, yet very, very graceful. And that tremendous landing, score 9.9. Silvio Kroll from East Germany. Double side somersault there, a bit untidy. It's interesting talking to the other gymnasts. Kroll recognized as a very, very good gymnast, but a lot of them think he gets overmarked because he does look a little bit untidy. Comes into this competition in 4th place. Now here's that double side somersault, and look how he covers up the very untidy there. It shows in the score 9.65. Vladimir Artyomov comes into this competition in 2nd place behind Bilozerchev. Beautiful vault from him. Well landed, tremendous flight off the top of the horse. Determination written all over him. Handspring. 1.5 twists there. 9.9 his score. Lo Yun carrying the Chinese banner, leaning, sadly injured in the team competition, therefore hasn't made the individual all-round. Real precision there. Holds those balances beautifully. And then his distinctive move, the side somersault, and turns out of it. The move Lo-Yun has made his own. Quarter turn, side somersault, and then in the second somersault, three-quarters turn out of it. His score, 9.85. Koroliov to the floor. He's now 25 years old. He's got 2 young children, and he's still a great gymnast. World champion 1981 and 1985. That's beautiful work. Coming out of the straight double back somersault into the flick-flack and then the punch front. Everything so tight amongst the top 3 Russians, but even though Koroliov made a mistake in the team competition on floor and it should have put him out of the final, he's only 0.275 behind Bilozerchev, so in there with a real chance of making a challenge. And he said himself to me in Vladimir earlier this year that if he won it for the 3rd time, there is absolutely no way that anybody would ever emulate it. So he's very determined to give it a go. Interesting there, it was on floor. He made his mistake in the team competition on the double front somersault. And in fact, he's taken it out. That's where in the team section, he put in a double front. And instead there, he's gone for the full twisting 1 3/4. Beautiful style there in the flares on floor. And then this is where he's so impressive. Absolutely stylish, right to the end. And another double straight back to finish with. Just that 1 step back on landing, 9.9 his score. Dmitry Bilozerchev in the lead. Those legs locked together during those double leg circles. Through the flares and then back to that beautiful style. Another superb exercise from him. And Artyomov onto the parallel bars. Still there in contention. The 3 Russians having a rare old battle at the top. He's slipped now just behind Koroliov. Must be tough on Artyomov, one of the world's great gymnasts, but he's only the 2nd string in his own club because he happens to be in the same club as Koroliov. And Bilozerchev's pommel horse score through now, 9.95. That's really keeping the pressure on the other 2. And the build-up to Artyomov's finish. Chance to look at it again. Just that 1 little step back there. Such a steady worker, 9.9 he scores. Holger Berendt from East Germany on the vault. Doing the Lo-Yun vault. Needs speed to get that lift to allow the second flight. The side somersault And then three-quarter turn out of it. 9.9 he scores. Well, there we are at halfway. No doubt I think that a Russian is going to win this title. Zsolt Borkai from Hungary, the nearest to them at the moment. Sven Tippelt from East Germany on the pommel horse. For me, the best of the East Germans. Very compact, neat worker. Nice change that. Most of the gymnasts find it difficult to make that transition from circling into the flares, which is a compulsory part of the pommel horse exercise, but he's done it really well, and a lovely finish too. Punches the air in delight, and well he might. Keeps the leg tension going there on the flares, and his score 9.9. Georgi Gutzocher from Hungary on the parallel bars, renowned as one of the world's great pommel horse workers. He's down in 11th place at the moment. Beautiful double back somersault between the bars. He's bringing some real inventiveness into the parallel bars, and that's good to see, because on this piece it's all been a bit same-ish over the years. Front somersault there too. Lovely work from Gutzoch. That's superb. Just that one step back on landing, but the rest of it, marvelous. That double back somersault lands it on the upper arms. Silvio Kroll onto the pommel horse. I don't think he can make any impression on the three Russians, but he'll certainly want to get ahead of Borkai. Gutzocher's score up, by the way, 9.9 for that parallel bars. Superb work there from Kroll. That's the tidiest I've seen him on the pommel horse. 9.95 his score, Kroll. That's terrific work from him. And Artyomov onto the high bar. Two giants. One-arm Kachev. Straight to the Ginga somersault. That's a lovely opening. Two one-arm giants. Kachev and then Ginga. Piling in the difficulty early on. Here's his dismount. And that's even better than he did it in the team competition. What a landing there. Tremendous dismount. Really holds that double straight back. Lays out and then just hikes down at the end. 9.9 his score. Kalifer Christosov from Bulgaria. New find. This man forced his way up to 9th position. Bulgarians having a very good championship, and you can see why. An excellent vault from him. Doesn't look very powerful, but he certainly gets plenty of lift. Handspring, half twist there. 9.9 he scores. And the leader, as he's been all the way through, Dmitry Bilozerchev. Incredibly powerful, weighs 11 stone. Most of the other gymnasts are a stone or more lighter than him. And he's adopted the vault pioneered by the Chinese. Side somersault and then three-quarters turn. No sign of that leg injury at all. Look how freely he's running. Enormous height he gets there off the top of the horse. from the front. Really drives at it. The gymnast's got to go for that sort of flight to get the really high marks, but difficult to control, and he's a bit untidy at the end. They've been kind to him, 9.9. Well, Koroliov really making a charge at the moment, closing the gap on Bilozerchev. I felt that Bilozerchev had a little bit of a gift from the judges. I wouldn't have been surprised if that vault mark had gone down to 9.8. And at this level, that 0.1 might be all it takes. Koroliov in great form now. Made a mistake on floor in the team competition, but he doesn't make more than one. Oh, and another superb exercise from Koroliov. 9.9 his score again. He's keeping up the challenge. Lo Yun on vault. Well, he's now discarded the vault that he invented. He thinks there's too many other people in the world doing it, so I'm going to change it round. Very small, so he has to get a very fast run. And holds the landing beautifully, 9.9. Holger Berendt in 6th place at the moment from East Germany. Establishing himself as the second in the East German pecking order, behind Sylvia Kroll. Oh, that lovely, the Gaylord flick, invented by the American Mitch Gaylord. And what a spectacular routine this is. And the side somersault dismount. Look at that. Double somersault over the top of the high bar to recatch. And there, the dismount. 9.95. 2 judges gave him 10, but 2 found fault. Silvio Kroll will have seen that. He knows that if he's to stay the #1 East German, he can't afford any mistake. Holger Berendt right on his tail. Rather stiff run, but what a good vault. What a good vault it was. The run up very stiff, those arms not those of a natural runner. But look at the form he gets there. Those legs locked together and not a movement on landing. And the East Germans in the crowd chanting for a 10. And it really does seem difficult to see where they can take a mark away from him. The expectant crowd. And he's got a 10. His teammates congratulate him. That's the first 10 that we've had in the men's all-round competition. Silvio Kroll from East Germany. He might not be able to catch the Russian boys, but really enjoying his moment of glory. But back to the fight for the gold medal. Dmitry Bilozerchev onto his last piece of apparatus, the parallel bars. And he knows that he's just got to be secure. And the gold medal's his. So far, so good. Oh, and he's lost it a little there. The first sign of any frailty in Bilozerchev. Oh, no wonder he's looking unhappy. Has he opened the door for Koroliov at the last moment. Well, he was inaccurate from that flying bat. Lands it well. All eyes on the scoreboard, though. Now, 9.75. Well, I wonder what Koroliov's thinking. Probably doing some quick calculations. If I'm right, he cannot win the gold. I think, yes, Bilozerchev 10.025 ahead. So Koroliov fighting for the silver. Oh, and what a beautiful vault. Really gave it absolutely everything. Quarter turn on, side somersault, 3/4 turn off. And he's got a 10. Oh, he's come so close to Bilozerchev. Really so close. Dan Hayden from the USA. Onto high bar. Hayden, the leading gymnast from the USA, but down in 22nd place. Giant circles in the eagle grip. Changes. And that lovely dismount over the top of the high bar. Look at this, releases in front of it. Flies back over it to recatch. And then does the same in pike position. Instead of recatching, goes to dismount. Lo Yun, a little disappointing. Down in 7th place. It's not been a happy competition, really, for the Chinese. Leaning injured in the team competition. Again, not accurate on that regrasp. At least 0.1 away there, and another 0.1 away there. That flying back accurate, and into the dismount. Yes, and 2/10 away, 9.8 his score. Well, difficult now with the gold and silver really decided. The competition's still got to go and finish, and Vladimir Artyomov, knowing that the bronze is his to make it a clean sweep for the Russians, providing he doesn't make any major mistakes now. And he's very secure on the pommel horse. Absolutely secure, not a hint of a mistake there. Hasn't quite got the extra amplitude that one sees with Bilozerchev and Koroliov, but he's as steady as a rock. 9.9, the bronze is his. 1, 2, 3 for the USSR. But there are the results. A triumph for the USSR, 1, 2, 3, and Bilozerchev becomes the second man to regain the World Championship. '21-year-old Dmitry Bilozerchev became the youngest ever man to win the title when he won it in Hungary in 1983. And having had to miss the last World Championships in Montreal, thank goodness it's all over, he says. But I'm sure a very, very happy man.
And now the women's competition, which looks like being a showdown between the Soviets and the Romanians, and where much is expected of the rising star of the Romanian team, Aurelia Dobre, who has been tipped to don the mantle of Corbett and Comaneci.
Top 36 gymnasts in the world, only 3 from each country allowed to take part, even though the 6 Romanians were so consistent, so good, that they all finished in the top 10. Down to 3. Daniela Silivas in 3rd place, going through. The gymnasts carry through, I should explain, the average of the mark they scored in their voluntary exercises in the team competition and their set exercises. So Silivas carries through 39.725. That's just 0.05 behind the leader, her compatriot Aurelia Dobre. Silivas on vault. Full twisting Yurchenko, beautifully landed. There, the round off to start the vault. The half turn and then the full twist in the straight position, and it really is a beautiful vault. Spots the landing absolutely. Now from the side, let's see what sort of flight she gets off the top of the horse. Excellent. Just waiting for that score to come up. The women, of course, have 2 vaults, and it's the best one in this competition that counts. There it is, 9.975. That means 4 over 10. And Fan Di from China. Superb asymmetric bars worker. She scored 10 in the first time she completed her voluntaries in the team section. Can she repeat that? Beautifully high somersault there. Really is a beautiful bars worker. The Chinese girls just lacking in power, which restricts their floor and their vault, but that really is wonderful work. There, the Jaeger somersault. And swings straight on, and the change onto the low bar. Beautiful work from Fan Di. Retained her form right to the end. Really good finish, beautiful landing there. And an air of expectancy amongst the crowd. They know she scored 10, and that really was a beautiful exercise. Can she score another one? Oh, and the hissing and the booing. The judges being tougher this time. 9.9. Aurelia Dobre from Romania, leader, and really the sensation of these World Championships. 15 years old, has burst upon the women's gymnastics scene. The most exciting talent since Nadia Comaneci. She really does have such assurance on the beam. It's hard to believe that that's just 4 inches wide. She treats it as if it's a main road. Flick, flack, back somersault, then the little hesitation and on into the Corbett flick. Got such difficult moves into this beam routine, really packs them in, uses absolutely every moment. That's what the judges are looking for. It's very easy to waste time on a beam. She does the opposite, gets as much in as she can, and look at that finish. Another exquisite beam exercise from Aurelia Dobre. There's that incredible first tumble run, the free cartwheel, flick, and then back somersault. And then the dismount. Look at the height. 9.925. Oksana Emelianchik, the star of the last World Championships, but really overtaken this time. She's the defending joint world champion with Shushunova, and she's also the reigning world floor champion. Triple twist, punch, front somersault. Beautiful move. Oh, a bit low there on that double pike to finish with. Well, it was Oksana Emelianchik who really took the floor exercise into a new dimension in Montreal when she started tumbling back across the floor. 9.95 she scores. A little lucky, I think, with that low landing. Daniela Silivas onto the asymmetric bars. Oh, and a mistake there. Went for the Delchev somersault and just caught her foot. Shoot front half turn to finish with. There she turns for the Delchev somersault, and see how she catches that left leg. She's been having trouble with that move in practice as well. Now, that mistake could cost her a chance of the gold medal. They must mark that down, I would have thought, by 3/10. 9.625 her score. Elena Shushunova from the Soviet Union, the joint defending champion, but she's really going to have to go some to hang on to that championship. The Romanians absolutely superb in the first phase of the competition, the team competition, and of course those marks carry through into this competition. So she's behind Aurelia Dobre. Just a little offline there with that variation she does on the Corbett flick. Puts a full twist into it. A very difficult move. Unique to her. Getting good extension there, but even though she's obviously a superb beam worker, she hasn't, for me, got quite the elan and the poise of Aurelia Dobre, who really has shown the beam as being a piece of apparatus that can be so graceful. Spots the landing. She's a tough gymnast, and a score 9.925. Svetlana Baitova, newcomer into the USSR team. This her first major championship. Full in back out starter. And a lovely floor exercise from Baitova. Really a sparkling new talent. Whip somersault, flick, flick. And the double tuck to finish with. 9.975. And Katerina Szabo, Katie Szabo, such a favorite with the crowd, and it's quite amazing that she's still going. So much the veteran of the Romanian team, but she's slimmed down, she's looks in great shape, and she's really been a very steadying influence on the young girls in the team. And can she get amongst the medals in her own right? Full twisting Yurchenko tucked. All her experience showing there, lands it well, knows exactly where she is at every moment of that vault. The score 9.925. The leader of the competition, Aurelia Dobre, just waiting for the previous score to come up. She goes into her floor exercise. Now, has she got the nerve to see this competition through and take the gold? She's certainly got the talent. Beautiful first tumbling run. Whip back somersault in the middle, and yet she's still got the pace and power to do the full in back out again. spot on with the landing again. And that lovely smile. She's really enjoying herself. And really no hint of a mistake again. And some lovely work, her middle tumbling run in particular. Absolutely exquisite. That's the first tumble run, the whip back, and then the full in back out to finish with. And here's the final tumble again. This is always the test. She's tired at this stage, and look at the lift. And lands it absolutely beautifully. Oh, and the boos again. 9.925 she scores. The crowd thought it was worth more. Elena Shushunova. Asymmetric bars. Ginga somersault. Another superb exercise from her. Really so athletic, but she just hasn't quite got the grace of the Romanian girl. Double twisting double back to finish with. And 9.875 her score. So there we are at halfway. Aurelia Dobre still holding on to that lead over Elena Shushunova, with Daniela Silivas in third place. Dorte Tumler from East Germany. Straight Yurchenko. Most of the girls going for the Yurchenko vaults now, with that round off before they get to the springboard. Shushunova on floor. Tremendous height on that first tumble run. Side somersault 1 3/4 into the forward roll. My goodness, she's responding to the challenge. That really was something else. Certainly the best tumbler in the world. The 1 3/4 side somersault, and then works straight out of it, flick flack. And that lovely split leap. Really springs high. That was as good as I've ever seen her perform on the floor. And the crowd expectant. And she's got it. She's got a 10. Now, can she stage a last gasp recovery. She's not going to give that title up without giving absolutely everything. In third place at the moment, Daniela Silivas. She dropped back with that mistake on the asymmetric bars. Not a waver as she landed that. First mistake there. Another slight one there, but on the end of a very difficult combination. And it was only a small adjustment. Flick, flick, double tuck back somersault to finish. Well, she doesn't look very happy, but I'm sure that's restored her confidence. So many of the women competitors come to grief on the beam. It's always good to get it behind you. And just two tiny errors there. 9.9, her score's just gone up. Oksana Emelianchik. And a double twist, straight somersault to finish with. The Delchev somersault there. And the dismount, two twists. 9.875 her score. Aurelia Dobre. You can't but admire her mental toughness. A 15-year-old girl. Her talent superb. And yet before the Romanians will put the girls into a major competition like that, there's so much work gone in to get them into the right mental attitude. And they've certainly peaked at the right moment for these World Championships. Another superb vault. Full twisting Yurchenko straight. Locks into that position. And there it is, it's another 10 for her. Shushunova gets a 10 and she answers it. What a competition this girl's having. Svetlana Baitova from the Soviet Union follows Aurelia Dobre on the vault. Oh, and that's a double twisting Yurchenko. The vault's getting ever more complex. Puts two twists into that one against Dobre's one. But did she get the same flight and extension? gets the two twists in, but she's a little bit short and has to step forward on the landing. 9.875. Aurelia Dobre, one piece of apparatus away from a sensational world title at her first attempt. Stowed a circle to Ginga somersault, landed perfectly. Kachev. Oh, it's unreal. She must have won the world title. She must have done. It could even be another 10. The Ginga somersault there clears the top bar beautifully. The crowd all roaring for a 10. It's going to be very close to it, certainly. I'm sure she's the new world champion. Aurelia Dobre, 15 years old, from Romania. The most exciting find in women's gymnastics since Nadia Comaneci. Really, the landing perfect, 9.975. 4 judges gave her 10, but 2 gave her 9.9. And Elena Shushunova now knows that she's going for silver. Beautiful vault. Beautiful landing, just a tiny step backwards. 9.95 her score, and look at the face of the new world champion. Delighted, and Katie Szabo congratulating her. Daniela Silivas was on floor at the same time as Shushunova on vault. Tremendous effort from her, 9.975, but she couldn't make up the ground. Confirmation there of the result. Aurelia Dobre takes the gold, Shushunova the silver, and Silivas the bronze, to make it 2 Romanians in the top 3. And there is the new world champion. Watch out for her in Seoul next year at the Olympics.